Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes, and welcome to yet another video. Now, the madness is continuing, the madness shall not stop, the madness shall bring humanity to utter distraction. And I'm afraid that the Ragnarok I have been talking about for quite some time now is not going to be Ragnarok anymore, but an ultimate and complete and utter end. Because humans have gone completely bonkers and completely bananas already. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about something that has been happening for a couple of years now. Somebody actually talented, somebody actually successful who has been hired continuously and repetitively over the years on merit, somebody who has written multiple copious volumes of great literature. Well, and not only literature, not only comic books and books, but also movie scripts and TV show scripts, is being accused of something that he supposedly did or said a long time ago. And all it takes is one tweet posted by a female. Full stop. That's all it takes. Really, you have to be white, you have to be a male, and you have to be successful, and there needs to be somebody from a marginalized group to post a tweet about you, and you're done forever. Now, to get to the point, I am talking about Warren Ellis, a man who has written and published dozens of critically acclaimed fan favorite comic books and so on and so forth. He has written Batman, he has written X-Men, he has written Transmetropolitan, The Authority, Global Frequency, he's written Thor, I believe The Vikings. Have I mentioned Planetary? If I haven't, yes, he has written Planetary. Hundreds and hundreds of other books. Hellstorm. I've got an omnibus of it. Yeah, Hellstorm. I can see it from here. Hellstorm by Warren Ellis. Planetary Omnibus by Warren Ellis and John Cassidy. And I could, continue for hours like this. Somebody who has actually spoken to his fans like a normal human being. Somebody who's been very good to his fans at cons, online, on social media. A very pleasant man. Boom! One tweet and it's all over. Now, so I've got something to, so I've got some source to cite, right? It's all over the internet. You can Google it. But I, as usual, have taken the news from Bounding into Comics. I will provide a link in the description down below, and it says, report: Warren Ellis and Dinosaur Batman removed from DC Comics' death metal over grooming accusations. Now, so that you know, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo are currently publishing a sequel to Dark Knight's Metal by DC Comics, right? Which is a awesome action-packed ride, a crossover event about, Batman and alternate versions of, mean, evil Batman. Awesome ride, great. Well, and one of the Batman from the one of the alternative universes is a Batman who, at his death, uploaded his mind into the electronic dinosaur that he's got as a trophy in his Batcave. Right? It looks awesome, by the way. And Warren Ellis was supposed to be the writer who was supposed to write a one shot or 2 pages in that one shot about the origin of the dinosaur T-Rex Batman, right? But something happened and he's no longer writing it. Instead of, him. Okay. 2 people that definitely were not hired on merit are, writing it and drawing it, right? So let me read a bit of the article here. Let me sip some more of my water because my throat is getting dry. Right. Warren Ellis will no longer be writing a 2-page story for the death metal spin-off one-shot Dark Knight's Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knights. following allegations of sexual misconduct and predatory behavior. Bleeding Cool reports Ellis' retelling of Bruce Wayne's origin that sees him become Dinosaur Batman is getting replaced by a new story from writer Marguerite Bennett and artist Jamal Igle. Do I have to comment upon that? No, I do not. It's so transparent. Come on. DC sent out this statement to retailers. The previously announced 2-page story in Dark Knight's Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knights issue 1 by Warren Ellis and Jim Chong will be replaced with a 2-page story written by Marguerite Bennett and illustrated by Jamal Igle. Now, let me say something about that. I don't usually collect single issues because I'm from the Czech Republic. I would get the issue with a huge delay, but I would get this issue for my collection of good literature. Now, I'm not going to get it. And I'm not even going to read... sorry. Let me not be like them. I will read it. I will buy it digitally. I will spend my money and I will buy the comic book digitally. So just I can, see if that's an improvement or not. But I'm not going to get it in paper. I would be tempted to rip it apart. Allegations of Ellis grooming, manipulating and using several women over the years, starting at very young ages, are coming to light. Suddenly, so many men are accused of sexual misconducts. And it's just enough for somebody to just say something. If I, said something nice to a woman, like a compliment, like, "Oh, dear madam, I do so very much like your bottom," I would be accused of sexual misbehavior, because it's insulting and sexist to actually say that you like somebody's appearance. Right, okay. Some of these young women claim he based characters on them. Oh, somebody has... A famous writer has based his characters on me! Oh, you sexist! Come on. You fucking idiots. The first allegations were made Katie West in a now deleted thread. Why would she delete it? However, she recently did post a summary of her accusations. She wrote, "Yesterday I posted about men abusing their power in the comics industry to groom, emotionally manipulate, have sex with, or serially bluebeard young women. My intention was to protect young women from..." Sorry, my computer is misbehaving. My intention was to protect young women from being harmed by these types of men in the future. It's so vague. It's so freaking vague. It says nothing. In a subsequent tweet, she added, "I cited 3 men in particular, 2 of whom I had personal experience with. However, I didn't say my personal experience with these men was abusive. I said they were all men who abused their power." So she didn't actually say that the men abused her, but that they just are taking advantage of their power. People in high positions, they always take advantage of their power because they can. Why would you be on a high position in the first place if you couldn't do anything about it? Come on! Oh, this is turning into a rant. She later added that she's listening to at least 35 women detail their experiences with Warren Ellis. Alright, and that's her tweet. "I'm currently listening to 35 plus women tell me of their experiences with Warren Ellis, and that number keeps growing. If you have something you want to talk about, you can reach out to me, blah, 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 blah. Just please do not contact these people because they will destroy you," right? So she said something. She's got no proof. She said, "Well, I heard and people tell me." I could say, come on. I could say, "My neighbor is looking at me funny." Oh, he's cancelled now. No, he wouldn't be, because I'm a white man. If I was of a different gender, of a different race, oh, the neighbor would be cancelled. Come on. Oh, gee. Now, Ellis responded to the accusations in a statement issued to Twitter. It begins, "Recent statements," and that's what Warren Ellis said, right? Recent statements have been made about me that need to be addressed. I have never considered myself famous or powerful to the point where I've made a lot of bad jokes about it for 20 odd years. It had never really occurred to me that other people didn't see it the same way, that I was not engaging as an equal when gifted with attention, but acting from a position of power and privilege. I did not take that into account in a number of my personal interactions, and this was a mistake, and I own it. His statement continued. Sorry, let me sip on my water. While I've made many bad choices in my past, and I've said a lot of wrong things, let me be clear, I have never consciously coerced, manipulated or abused anyone, nor have I ever assaulted anybody. But I was ignorant of where I was operating from at the time. I should have been clear, and for that I accept 100% responsibility. Ellis continued. I hurt people deeply. I am ashamed for these mistakes, and I am profoundly sorry. I will not speak against other people's personal truths, and I will not expose them to the toxicity of the current discourse. I should have been more aware, more present, and more respectful of people's feelings, and for that I apologize. I have had friends and relationships end sometimes in bitterness, often due to my own failings, and I continue to regret and apologize for the pain I have caused, he added. They will not accept your apology, Warren. I'm sorry. They never do. Ellis then writes, I have always tried to aid and support women in their lives and careers, but I have heard many people that I have had no intention of hurting. I am culpable. I take responsibility for my mistakes. I will do better, and for that I apologize. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody behaves like shit sometimes. Everybody is a bastard sometimes. Some people are bastards 24/7. Many people, most people are bastards 24/7. And about the, humans making mistakes, we all make them. We all sometimes do behave like idiots. I have. I am very sorry, deeply, deeply sorry to say, that I have, simple words, I have hurt people in my past, and I do regret those mistakes, and I have apologized. Do you think that the people have forgiven my mistakes? No. Even if my apology was sincere, and it was just me acting like a dick for one reason or another, just saying bad shit. Everybody does that. We are not perfect, and just to further comment upon this particular case, nobody actually has any proof that Warren Ellis did some harassment upon anybody, that he committed something bad, something physically bad upon somebody. So he might have said some shitty things a long time ago. We all did. So now he is cancelled. But imagine if that was, published on Twitter or something, posted about somebody who isn't white, who isn't a man, and who isn't successful and actually good. This wouldn't happen. I am the devil. My kind is the devil these days. White men. And I'm sorry you can disagree with me. All this movement in the West these days, absolutely ridiculous. I don't see in a civilized world, in the Western society of the 21st century, I do not see any oppression of people of color. I don't. I'm sorry. There isn't one. We are either equal or my kind is being oppressed this way. And you've got proof there. So he continued to, he just continues to apologize for vague things that he did and said to colleagues and people and friends in the past, and that he apologizes and that he will do better, la-di-da-di-da, and just useless things that will not help him because he is cancelled now, like many other people have been in the past. And in this particular case, the comic book industry will suffer, right? My battery is going very low. So now there's going to be a cut, and then yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So I'm sorry, Warren Ellis. It won't help you. You will forever remain one of my most favorite writers of all time. I know that you are a cool guy. I know that you are a prolific and very talented author. I know that you are a human being. I know that I'm a human being. I know that we are all humans and everybody makes mistakes. And I think that if we do not hurt anybody severely, if laws aren't broken, if we really don't truly hurt anybody, I think that an apology should be accepted. And little sins that everybody makes and little mistakes that everybody makes should be forgotten and forgiven. But they are not. In these cases, I'm sorry. So, this really saddens me. Because Warren Ellis is, I know, he is a cool guy. From, what I know, from my experiences with the guy. So, yeah, so that's it. People of my look are going to be persecuted more and more. They're going to be getting cancelled more and more in the future, because it's just the nature of the times we live in these days. I'm sorry. And that's all from me, my friends. What do you think about it? What is your take on the matter? Please let me know in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to dislike this video if you don't like it, or like this video if you like it, and subscribe to this unimportant channel of an unimportant geek talking about unimportant things. Well, that would be really all, my friends. See you soon. Support Warren Ellis, please. Buy all his books you can buy. And bye.